This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. We move over to the baseball hot stove action, and the Red Sox haven't had much action yet, but one big team in the American League East, the New York Yankees. You've all heard of it by now. They have Stanton. Giancarlo Stanton was traded for basically a bag of rocks or whatever they say because the Marlins just wanted to dump the salary. They didn't care what they got back. And, I guess they got Castro back, Sterling Castro, but he's not really anything special. And we kind of knew it was going to happen. We just didn't think it was going to be the Yankees. That kind of came out of left field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think everybody really thought it was going to be the Dodgers if it was going to be a high market team. The Yankees, they got this guy for nothing. I mean, this whole thing just totally fell in New York's lap.
Right.
So it came down to really the Dodgers, Giants, and Cardinals. Dodgers decided they didn't want him. They didn't want to risk the contract, whatever. And then Jeter, now the president of the Marlins, traded Stanton to the Cardinals and the Giants.
Right.
But Stanton turned both of those deals down.
Yep.
And those deals would have given the Marlins a bunch of high-end prospects and would have set that organization up for years. But Stanton said no, because he has the power to in that contract, the no-trade clause. And so it came down to then all of a sudden the Yankees and the Dodgers said, no, we don't want him. And so all of a sudden, it was the Yankees or nothing.
Right.
And so the Yankees, they gave up nothing. They gave up Castro, who is a solid player.
Right.
But he's not a superstar.
And he's not going to be a superstar.
Right. And they gave up a couple of single-A guys who might be good way down the road, but single-A guys right now. They gave up nothing to get a 60-home-run MVP guy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Really bad for the Red Sox. I mean...
going into the offseason, the Red Sox knew they needed power and they needed offense, and we knew that the Yankees were already a few years ahead of them with their power, obviously with Judge and Sanchez, and now they get Stanton. And as you said, Stanton held the power because he had the no-trade clause, and he knew the Marlins didn't want to keep him and didn't want his contract. So he was going to just basically become a free agent and say, I want to go to the Yankees. That's basically what he said without saying it because, like you said, he rejected the other two trades.
Yeah, and I read that the Marlins, they tried to almost threaten Stanton and say, if you don't accept a trade to either the Cardinals or the Giants, we're going to keep you forever. Right. You're going to be a Marlin for life. And he read their bluff.
Yeah, he did.
He completely did.
Yeah.
And now he's in the Bronx, and it looks like he's loving being there already.
Yeah, he is.
It's unbelievable. The Yankees, they got to steal.
Before the Red Sox do anything, right now, I got to imagine the Yankees are the favorites in the American League East. I know there's time for the Red Sox to make some small moves, but there's no way the Red Sox can make a move that puts them even close to this. Yankees the favorites.
Yeah, I definitely think so now. I think before maybe their starting pitching was a little in question. I mean, they had a Stanton. They had Aaron Judge, a young Giancarlo Stanton, and then they actually added Stanton. So I don't know. I mean, at Yankee Stadium, too.
Right.
Stanton hit 59 home runs. At least half of those were in Marlins Park, where it's a huge outfield. It's really hard to go deep there. But now he's at Yankee Stadium, the ballpark that's the easiest to hit home runs in. He could hit 70 bombs next year.
Plus playing at Fenway Park for 8 or 9 times, putting them over the Green Monster. It's gonna be it could be a long year, but for the Red Sox, there was talk about Jackie Bradley Jr. being traded. We talked about that last week. Sounds like they're not going to do that, but maybe that's just Dombrowski talking and saying we're not going to trade him.
Yep.
But should they trade him? Should they keep him? Or should they just not do anything this offseason and wait for guys like Machado to become available, Bryce Harper, Josh Donaldson? Just wait for next year and just kind of not give up on this season because they still have a good team, but just not go too crazy.
Well, I think now that the Yankees have Stanton, I think Harper might be coming into the Red Sox view next offseason. But I think right now the Red Sox are looking at a guy like J.D. Martinez who can hit 40-plus home runs, and he's going to play the outfield. So if you're going to sign him, you got to have one of your outfielders gone. It's not going to be Mookie Betts. It's not going to be Benintendi. It's going to be Jackie Bradley, but you have to make sure you're going to get J.D. Martinez if you're going to trade him. Jackie Bradley's a really good player. He was an all-star, not last year, but the year before.
Right, 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, he can hit, what did he hit, like 25 home runs?
Yeah, and he's still a top 5 defender.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's really one of the best center fielders in the league defensively. He makes unbelievable plays every game and saves a ton of runs. He's a really good player, but if you're going to sign J.D. Martinez, you got to trade him. And I don't know if you build up your current roster, maybe get a couple of prospects because your farm system's pretty depleted right now.
Well, they're kind of in no man's land right now because they're not, they don't have enough to challenge the Yankees, that's clear. or probably even the Astros, but they're not so bad that they need to go into a full rebuild mode.
Right.
But, I mean, maybe if the Yankees get somebody like Machado, there was talks that the Yankees and Orioles were working on a possible trade, then maybe you blow the whole thing up. You just keep Betts and Benintendi and Devers and blow everything else up. I don't know what to do. I mean, the offseason is still going. The Hosmer's out there, Santana's out there, Martinez is out there. Or maybe they'll make a trade that we haven't even thought about or talked about. So lots to see in the coming weeks of the baseball offseason. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get back to the NFL. A lot of news and notes. Carson Wentz going down with an injury. Are the Philadelphia Eagles done for the year? We'll talk about that when we come back. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.